Welcome back to another episode of Inword News. This your boy Dre, and crazy stuff. This story has many side stories attached to it. It all started with a white kid that shot up his school, killing 3 other students and injuring numerous others. The media then immediately started posting the happy, innocent, prayer hands child picture of this kid, like he didn't just shoot up a school. Social media responded with the aggressive pictures and posts that, was all over the kid's social media before it got deleted. And it was a normal, relatively story of white kid shoots up school. They try to baby him and all this. And then it got more disturbing. Apparently, the kid was dropping hints all week about murdering folks. Like, he was posting on social media about it. And like he was saying that he was going to do it. And then it came out that his parents knew about it. It wasn't even like social media and they were unaware, like they knew he was going to do it. And then, more investigations and whatnot. They find out that the parents also bought the gun for the kid. And then it got even more disturbing. Apparently, the teacher saw this kid's notebook or something, and he was writing a note or doodling and sketching in his book or whatever about killing people and how he felt all alone, and his thoughts just kept telling him to kill, stuff like that. And she took him to the office and they called the parents, and then the parents were like, nah, keep him there, we're not taking him home. But then the school sent the kid back to class. Like, everything about this is really like weird. And then after, the guy was in custody, they went to find the parents, and apparently the parents withdrew $4,000 from the ATM and then tried to hide. This is weird to say. I guess not in this context. The parents bought themselves a lawyer, but they let their son get a court-appointed lawyer. So if this isn't a clear indication of this is failure on all aspects. But if this isn't a clear indication of the parents have failed this kid, they ran, and then when they got caught, they bought a private lawyer while giving their son the court-appointed one. Like, this story is going to be interesting to see how it turns out, but I'm quite sure all of them are going to be locked up. The country of Barbados finally broke free of the colonial rule and is now an independent country. Their first rule of order as an independent country was to elect Rihanna as a national hero. Basically, Rihanna became so famous that this country, that was previously enslaved and, gained independence, they just recently got independence with this new breaking from colonial rule. But this country of previously enslaved people, they was like, you know what? We can do this. This is what it means when, national pride. Like, Rihanna's never hid away from the fact that she's from Barbados. She talks about it all the time. She visits all the time. And that gave these people basically the courage to be like, we're independent. We're our own people. Like, we don't need other countries to govern us. And shout out to their new incoming president, Sandra Mason. She's going to be the first president of Barbados. Also, first woman president of Barbados. New York has authorized safe injection sites for drug users. This is basically a place where it's legal to do drugs. You can shoot up in all the freedom and not get in trouble. And if you're a fan of The Wire, you remember that in season 4, they kind of had this where it was a safe zone where you could go there and just do or sell drugs. It didn't matter. Everything was legal in like that one block. And for the most part, it worked. It kept all the crime off the other spots because they could just go to this one area and be good. But if you also a fan of The Wire, you saw how that season ended. Apparently, back on the drugs, apparently some school officers in Tennessee got a fentanyl overdose from some 17-year-old kid's vape pen. So either the 17-year-old doused this pen in fentanyl and the officers touched it and got sick, or these officers smoked this kid's vape pen and died off of his fentanyl. But What I believe is these kids had their own special pack of something and blame the kid. Because there's no way in hell this kid had all this fentanyl in his vape pen and was casually smoking it, but then the officers start overdosing on it. No way in hell. But luckily somebody was around with what is it, Narcan or something, that thing that helps you out. I don't know nothing about drugs. But yeah, I think the officers are recovering, but no way in hell you confiscated a vape pen from a kid and then started overdosing. You either hit the pen, or he had so much fentanyl around the pen that just pure skin to pen contact sent you into shock. A plumber was working on Joel Osteen's mega church in the bathroom and somehow found over 500 envelopes of money in the wall. And it wasn't even like some back room in his office. This was behind a random toilet. So, that's embezzled. Like, in the wall. This is why Joel ain't want them folks in his church after the floods. They ain't want them accidentally running across his stash. Let's see. Oh yeah, while typing this, I saw a different article that said this came after he claimed the church was robbed for $600K years ago. So it could be the same money, could not be. Either way, man's was smuggling money through his toilet system. And folks was mad at Creflo Dollar was trying to get the helicopter. All I'm going to say is, this is going to be hilarious to see how this plays out. Because $600K, I don't even think they said the amount, but 500 envelopes of money. 500 envelopes. You can fit a lot of money in an envelope, especially if it's hundreds. So 500 envelopes. Speaking of money, man, I stacked this one real good. New federal regulators are letting debt collectors be allowed to attack folks online. So, emails, texts, and social media sites is now fair game for debt collectors to pull up on you and try and get their money back. So if you flexing on the gram, be prepared for the debt collectors to blow up the spot on your timeline. They're going to have you out there looking like YK Osiris out here singing and dancing for 60K debts. Also, somebody check on the kid, man. There's no reason this man should owe this many people that much money, and no reason there should be videos of this man dancing around to pay off debts. If you've seen the movie Snowpiercer, and I mean the movie, not the show. I haven't watched the show, so I don't know nothing about it. There was a moment in the movie where you find out that, the poor people in the movie are eating nutrient bars. And it's supposed to be like a way of them surviving without food, blah, blah, blah. But if you saw the movie, you saw what those nutrient bars were made of. Bugs and roaches. So there's these faux meat burgers that's supposedly going to start making patties out of fruit flies, mealworms, maggots, and other creepy crawlers. So we about to be looking like Timon and Pumbaa out here. Slimy yet satisfying. Rustling up some grub. If you know a farmer, make friends with him now, because this is about to get real sick and disgusting. Yeah, that's nasty. And now on to the y'all hiring segment. If you're a black business, let me know. If you got some Christmas sales coming up, let me know so I can put it in. These episodes come out on Monday, so you gotta let me know the week before your sale hits so people know. So if you got something going on, like on a Wednesday, let me know the week before. So by Monday when it drops, they'll know, oh, this Wednesday's coming up. Don't tell me about a sale that you had last Wednesday, and then by the time this episode drops on Monday, Monday's the last day, because this drops at 6 p.m. But let me know ahead of time. Culture Charms makes cute little charm things for your Crocs. They got hundreds of options, cute stuff, political stuff, Black Pride things. They even got big money talk charms, like dollar signs and I need money and stuff like that. If you Greek and got Crocs, they got the emblems for the Greeks too. What is that? They got everything. Like, go to their website, go to their Instagram. You'll see that there's a legit spread of all these charms that they got for your Crocs. I don't wear Crocs, so. But I mean, you could probably stick them in a jacket or something if you know how to sew, like attach them. I don't know if this is Jalia or Jalia. I'm sorry, but she's a therapist in the Houston area. She can assist you with all the things that therapists assist you with. trauma, mental blocks, and all the other stuff that you may be working through. She can also, be a therapist just so you can talk about stuff before you get to the extreme levels of neediness, like anxiety and all that. She's based in Houston, but if you don't live there, you can book her through telehealth. If you pay attention to anything on YouTube, telehealth is one of those places where you can get online therapy. You can be linked up with them, message them, text them, call them, video calls, stuff like that. So mental health is now becoming more important in our generation. Shout out to us for putting that on. But yeah, if you need a therapist in Houston, or you just need a therapist and you just want to hook up with her on telehealth, do that. Take care of your mental. Glam Cam is a mobile hairstylist in Savannah. She's going to get you right with wigs, sew-ins, braids, and all them other joints that having y'all ladies blowing big checks on your hair and having these men folk out here empty their pockets for you. So if you're in East Georgia, swing her way, get your wig split right. Savannah, it's a big spot if you're on the base. Yeah, if you Fort Stewart, yeah, go ahead and make that drive, man. I know there's black folks on Fort Stewart that probably don't know where they can get their hair done because you ain't from the area. Hit her up. Also, I hope people at Fort Stewart are watching this so y'all get this message. If you know somebody at Fort Stewart, hit them up to hit her up. Nice HVAC is a company that can help you out when your AC not working right. If you don't know what HVAC means, it's heating, ventilating, and air conditioning. That means it ain't just for cold air. So if your AC unit, it's wintertime, so if your AC units ain't blowing hot air like it's supposed to and your house just ain't heating up, hit them up. They can get you right. Trust me, you need an HVAC person. I had my roommate in Africa was an HVAC person, and we didn't have refrigerators out there in our rooms. So we had some salsa, it's supposed to be refrigerated after opening. So my roommate hooked up the AC in there to basically be cold enough for us to, keep the salsa cold overnight so we can finish it the next day. We had to wear jackets to sleep, but that just means it worked. It got it cold. And we was in Africa, so we almost never needed heating in there. But yeah, if you need that kind of power units where you can refrigerate one jar of salsa in a room, get at them. They got you. Also, if you need heat is more important right now. But yeah, man, anything like that. Also, if you just need to get your stuff serviced, because, some people don't know how to clean out their systems right, and, there's a fire hazard in that, let them know so they can protect you. But that's it for this week. Hit me up for stories. Hit me up for stuff. Watch the podcast. Yeah, that's it. All right. Bye.